news that's coming in at the moment is US President Donald Trump, who has disavowed spy chief's take on Iran's nuclear weapons. Tulsi Gabbard rebuts Donald Trump's dismissal. Gabbard says media representation is my testimony. Gabbard says political drama is now being created. Iran poses a nuclear threat. Gabbard earlier said Iran wasn't building nuclear weapons. Gabbard now says media is misrepresenting what I have said. Gabbard said political drama is now being created. Earlier, Tulsi Gabbard had said that Iran was not building nuclear weapons. Now she's saying Iran poses a big nuclear threat. Tulsi Gabbard also goes ahead and says that this is a political drama which is now being created. Media has misrepresented my testimony. My colleague Pranay Upadhyay is now joining me. Let's listen into what Tulsi Gabbard said.
The IC continues to monitor closely if Tehran decides to reauthorize its nuclear weapons program. In the past year, we've seen an erosion of a decades-long taboo in Iran on discussing nuclear weapons in public, likely emboldening nuclear weapons advocates within Iran's decision-making apparatus. Iran's enriched uranium stockpile is at its highest levels and is unprecedented for a state without nuclear weapons. Iran will likely continue efforts to counter Israel and press for U.S. military withdrawal from the region by aiding, arming, and helping to reconstitute its loose consortium of like-minded terrorists and militant actors, which it refers to as its axis of resistance.
Iran doesn't want to speak to Europe. They want to speak to us. Europe is not going to be able to help in this one. The material that they've gathered already, it's a tremendous amount of material. And I think within a matter of weeks, or certainly within a matter of months, they're going to be able to have a nuclear weapon. We can't let that happen.
What intelligence do you have that Iran is building a nuclear weapon? Your intelligence community has said they have no evidence that they are at this point.
Well, then my intelligence community is wrong. Who in the intelligence community said that?
Your Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard.
My colleague Pranay Upadhyay is now joining me on the story. Pranay, we are now seeing statements coming in from the United States of America. The world is now waiting what Donald Trump will do next.
Absolutely, Ashwarya. All eyes will be on the White House, on the decision of President Donald Trump, what he does, whether he decides to join the Israeli operation against Iran or whether he chickens out. But there is a lot of debate about what evidence the U.S. has, what evidence Israel has, and whatever they are claiming that Iran was so close to have a nuclear weapon that it became urgent for Israel to carry out these airstrikes. And in this context, the masked testimony of Tulsi Gabbard, who is the Director of National Intelligence, is being cited and being quoted, and therefore the question was posed by media to President Donald Trump, on which you heard his response, and also there is a clarification now by Tulsi Gabbard herself, and she said that she has blamed the media for distorting her statement, and she put out her statement by saying that it's a matter of political authorization, it's a matter of political decision. Iran on one side has all the wherewithal, all the capability. The only thing is that we need a political go-ahead to assemble the bomb, and which can happen within weeks or maybe within months. So there's a clearly, as a person, as an official of the Trump administration serving under President Donald Trump, she do not want to be seen as, having a divergent opinion. However, her testimony and also the report presented by the National Threat Assessment for 2025, there was a reference about Iran. That reference report, that report clearly says that the Iranian political leadership has put a taboo, has put a stop on the nuclear bomb program in 2003, and thereafter there are no concrete evidence that they have initiated this program again. But now, after so much of things and so much of controversy about Iran's nuclear program and the evidence both Israel and the United States are trying to present before the world, now Tulsi Gabbard has recalibrated her opinion, and now she has said that her statements were misrepresented and misquoted by the media. But this is for the world to see that, what program and Iran is conducting, how close they were for the nuclear weapon. We do not know. No one has that evidence, because even the Rafael Grossi, if you see the IAEA chief statement, he was also not very sure. He also kept it ambiguous. And that is why people are asking, because U.S. has used similar, templates. Aishwarya, you would recall that in Iraq operation in 2003, the weapons of mass destruction and the regime change. These were the two words which, people are having a sense of deja vu. People have seen these templates, and that's why people are asking that is the United States is again committing itself for another long haul, another war, and that is holding President Donald Trump to announce his dissent.
Right. Thank you, Pranay, for giving us all those details. All eyes now on what the United States of America will do. Will they be now sucked into another long-drawn war is the question a lot of people at the moment are asking.